with meteorologist Julia Blanchett.
Good morning and happy Veterans Day. It's not any ordinary Tuesday. Again, it's Veterans Day, and we're expecting a beautiful forecast to go along with that. It's about 45 degrees at the 9 o'clock mark today, and then by 1 p.m. you're expecting 60 degrees. By 5 p.m. 58 degrees. The sun will start to set at that point, so things will start to cool down, but we're still unseasonably warm. Our high for Grand Junction today should be around 63 degrees, making us a little bit too warm for our point in the calendar year, saying we're supposed to be down in the 50s. But that wish might come true. If you're waiting for the warmth to go away and you're hoping for some cold, you might just be in luck, because there is a little bit of turbulence on the way that could allow for some colder weather. You're looking at your Futurecast radar for this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Saturday at 5 a.m. we have storm systems coming from the southwest and then eventually moving towards western Colorado. You can see that happening by Sunday. We start to see some of that moisture draw into the state. We could see some snowfall from this storm system, especially in the overnight hours when our temperatures are cool enough to allow it. And then in the Grand Valleys, the lower locations like Grand Junction, we're expecting mostly rain, but it's not impossible we see a slushy, wintry mix in some spots. But Sunday by 8 a.m. and then after, we start to see that spread and become a little bit more turbulent for the northern mountains, the high country, all the way along I-70. Travel might be a little bit rocky on Sunday, but again, looking down towards some of those lower valleys, we're expecting more rain than anything else. So the forecast is changing, and of course with this, that means the temperatures will be dropping and bringing us back to normal here in the Grand Valley. But let's talk about why we're seeing the kind of weather we are, because on your Thursday, we are still under control for the most part by high pressure, which is marked by this big red area. There's a little bit of warmth still in our forecast in Grand Junction, but going forward that evening and all the way into Friday, that low pressure circulation that's bringing us all the turbulence, all the moisture, and even all the cold air seems to head towards western Colorado, but it actually shoots over us just a little bit. It seems to be passing down south of us, meaning our storm system could be delayed in timing. Originally, we thought it would arrive a little sooner, but now we're thinking it doesn't arrive until Saturday going into Sunday, because again, that storm system looks to be passing south of us. Eventually, it moves towards western Colorado and Grand Junction, and eventually we start to see some more turbulence in the area. But because of that, the timeline has changed, and maybe even the outcome of the storm system for some has changed. So be prepared for that. But today, remember, you're expecting warm and beautiful weather. Grand Junction is 63 degrees, and in Delta 65 degrees, Montrose 62, and Cortez about 64 degrees. Your lows overnight are in the 30s and the 20s. We're expecting to see, again, nice weather overnight. Grand Junction is expecting, again, warm temperatures over the next several days. It isn't until Friday, Saturday, and going into Sunday that we start to see a little bit more moisture. A 30% chance on Friday, Saturday a 50% chance, Sunday a 40% chance. So a little bit of change in the forecast for sure. In Montrose, something similar. We're warm for the next few days, but we could see some turbulence over the weekend. That turbulence could come with some rain or a wintry mix of snow in some spots, but again, rain is more likely for most of these locations. Same with Delta. Rain is more likely at the end of the week, but our temperatures drop in response to some of the active weather. But in the meantime, we're unseasonably warm. Thursday should be 69 degrees. And in your Cortez 7-day forecast, 64 degrees today, turns to 65 degrees on Wednesday, Thursday 66, and then Friday and Saturday we'll get into the 50s.